$10.56. This one is $10.36. This one is $7.99, and this one is $9.28. So you'll be like, add the basket. I already have it, but so that's simple enough for those kinds of ones. So for stuff like this, if it's $7.99, that's $2 cheaper than market price. So if you're just constantly looking through, like right now, there's 24 volumes of My Hero released in English right now. So every volume you would copy paste every title. If you want to save money, then you'll do it this way. You'll copy paste every title on it just to make sure that you're getting the best deal that you possibly can. But for ones like My Hero, just to stay on the example, if you look at it, the newer ones would actually probably be more expensive. So if you do like volume 24, the most recent one, you'll see that it's $10.38. But you'll see on the back of the book that's actually $9.99. So because of that, if you look up like anime stores near me, that's a good one that I like to use. If you look up anime stores near me, take it all by all the reviews. It'll take keywords from the reviews and show you stuff like that. So if you look up anime stores or manga stores, I won't do it for real because it'll give you my personal information. But if you do that, then it'll do keywords from the reviews and it'll show you like if they sell manga and you look up manga stores near me, then it'll give you like 6 or so stores depending on where you live where they bought manga from. So that's a good place. And then make sure that basically make a list. Stay on example. So all 24 volumes of My Hero, if you look up all 24 across these 4 sites, make sure that anything over $9.99, that's basically null and void to you. That's stuff that you'll definitely need to find in, if you don't want to spend like the extra like 40 cents, then that's stuff you'll definitely want to find in a store if you ever have the time to go to a store. Some people just can't get to stores or like no cars or things like that, so it's easier to ship. So 40 cents would work for you, especially like gas money and stuff like that. But if you're fine with it and you want to go to a store just so you can save money wherever you can, then make sure that you make a list of all the manga that you can get online because that kind of price. So just all 4. And then for older ones, you actually get a really good deal on. So if you search up One Piece 1, Volume 1 is $4.29 on thrift books. If you look on the back of the book for One Piece, like if you own it like I do, then it's $7.95 on the back of it. So if you look up One Piece 1, Volume 1, if you see details, you see that's $10.34 here actually. It's out of stock. That's why. And then if you look on AveBooks, if you look it up, you can see that One Piece Volume 1 is $4.62. So if you look up, and then if you look it up on here, you can see that it's $9.35. You can buy the omnibus or the box set; those are really good as well. But if you buy them by volume, then you'll probably get a cheaper deal. So AveBooks is pretty cheap as well, and it's free shipping. Everything is free shipping for these 4 sites, which I really enjoy. But if you look up, $4.29 is the cheapest price, and that's for thrift books. Make sure they don't get the Japanese edition if you don't read it. And then you can see that you can get a newer version, which is $9.54. But if you want just good is X Library, so they'll have like white tags and things like that on the book. But they're super easy to get off. You just have to work at it. It's very good quality and things like that. As long as you can read inside it, it doesn't really matter to me. I don't care what it looks like. I have them on display all the time, but it legit doesn't matter to me. And all the spines are usually pretty good. It's just stickers on like the back parts of the book. But for example, so if 94 volumes are out right now of One Piece, so if you look up 94 applied by $7.95 a book, that's $747.30. But if it's $4.29 a book instead, then figuratively you can chop that in half, so you'll only be spending $374 for all 94 volumes of One Piece instead of $750. And that depends on the volume. Like you might not always get a good deal. Like if it's like $10, like for example, volume 94 of One Piece, it's actually $10 now. It got more expensive as the years went on, so you want to make sure that you watch that to make sure that you don't get wrecked on pricing and things like that. Constantly look around all these kinds of stores and constantly compare prices. So if you're wanting to collect all 94 volumes of One Piece, look it up, buy the volume for each store, and then add to cart as you go. So one store like Thrift Books might have like 10, then this one might have like 2, this one might have like 12, and this one might have like 4 or 5. Just make sure, and then just buy them all at the same time when you have the price. Just make sure that you're constantly comparing prices so you don't get wrecked with with things like that. And then make sure that you're looking at stores as well as you go. Like if you're like, hey, I have like 5 minutes to spare, let's just go to a store and see what they have, and then see like, and then most stores go on prices are based off the back of the book. So for manga, it would, like, just a normal volume of manga would be about $10. For a bigger manga like Horimiya, they're actually $13 manga, so that's a really good one to buy online. If you wanted to buy it, that's a romance comedy one. But for like popular shonen and stuff like that, it's usually $10 volume. So just make sure that you're constantly comparing and looking at things like that. And so that's manga basically done. So now let us do anime figures. So for anime, the first one is eBay, actually. And eBay, you can get constantly screwed on eBay for figures like that, because it's usually like third-party Chinese sellers that don't do them right, basically. So if you look it up, the faces are always kind of off if you buy them like that. So what you want to do actually is you want to do auction. If you do auction, you'll get the best deal for the best quality, because they always sell the most quality figures on an auction. If you just buy them outright, they're always going to be bad quality, kind of cheapy, ugly versions. But if you do buy basically bidding, then you're going to get the best deal you possibly can, and it's very good to do. And you can set it as your price range, so you can set like 1-day shipping, like the price, things like that. So I only want to spend $5 to $13, and you'll set that, and then you'll be able to bid. So make sure that you look up whichever one you want. So for me, it'd be Fairy Tail Anime Figures, and you can see the bid where it's currently at, how much time is left, and the bid where it's currently at. So for me, there's this Lucy figure that I bought last time that I recently unboxed. It was actually really good quality. So I'm like, oh, I want to buy that for a friend or whatever. So you'll see that it's currently bidding at $21.25. Like an hour ago, it was actually at $20 because I was testing out this kind of video. And there's 20 hours left. Normal Fairytale figures go for about $100 probably. So that's actually a really good deal. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna bid on that. So just constantly bid and just look for stuff. So like for this, there's 4 days left, so you probably won't get that one for a while. And just make sure that you're looking. Like this kind of figure, this is the Happy Smile Company figure, Natsu, one of the official ones, is $10.50 right now, and there's three days left. And this one goes for about $60 probably. If you're wanting to buy it just straight from a store, it'd be $60. So at $10.50 right now, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna bid them, see what happens. Then I'll set my max bid to like $20. Anything over than $20, that's fine. I won't get it. So just make sure you're constantly looking up bids and stuff. This is crap. Don't buy this. Her sword was broken. Her keys and hair was broken. Just don't buy this, because this one is crap. The quality was horrible. The faces were horrible. Just don't buy it. For all the other figures, they're really good quality. So just make sure you're constantly looking for things like that and constantly searching up like different bids and things like that. So that's Fairy Tail. Now if you do One Piece, space. If you do One Piece, you can see like this one is $9.99 plus $5.50 shipping, which is pretty cheap. Its market price for this kind of figure would be $25, but you'll have to wait 9 days to get it unless there's a buy now. Yeah, there's no buy now, so you have to wait. Just make sure you're constantly looking up stuff like that, especially for eBay, and just to make sure that you don't get skimped on quality and the prices in your range. Now, another one that I really like to use is Toy Kingdom Shop. So this one, for disclaimer, it takes about 2 weeks to ship, 2 to 3 weeks to ship, because it ships from Great Britain area type deal. So if you just look it up, there's like these little pins. But if you go all the way down, if you do buy 100, and I sort my price low to high, then you'll see the figures. So there's this. So this is a figure that I've bought before. It's $12.99. I have it on my shelf right now, and a normal figure of any kind of One Piece character is going to be about $30 to $40 probably. That's the rough estimate, is $30 to $40. So $12.99 is really good. I'd only have to wait for shipping, which is really I'm fine with that. That saves me like $20 for like I can buy like 2 figures of this type for the same price. So that's the same with all these guys, is that they're all, if you look at them, they're all relatively cheaper than the normal ones. Like this one is only $20. With this kind of quality and things like that, this would easily be $40 in a store. So this kind of site works really well for that, and it has a bunch of One Piece stuff. It has 180 figures of One Piece. So if you just scroll all the way down, then you can see the more expensive stuff. So if you go over here to page 2, then you'll see they're trying to get more detailed and they're starting to get more expensive. So this one's 32, which would make sense. If you buy this like at a store, it'd be 40 to 50, just because figure arts are always more expensive. And they have the 20th anniversary versions of the characters as well, and then the different quality, like the Ace with fire, the Shanks using his sword, and the Zoro using his sword. And you just go all the way down, then you can see getting more quality, and like the Leo bazooka is pretty expensive. You'd probably get this one because of the quality. You'd probably get this one about $60 to $70, but here it's like 46 bucks. So if you're just constantly comparing prices, like I said earlier, you're gonna get good deals. Like Charlotte Lennon, they'll basically on her own little statue with like different characters and things like that. The next one's $62, and that's probably $10 to $20 cheaper than normal, and the quality is going to be really good as well. Like the quality here is always excellent, which I really, really like. So you just want to constantly be looking and constantly be scouting out prices online, and then what you would buy in stores if you do like if you search up stores near me like I told you to do. And then just got to make sure that you're constantly looking around for things like that. And that brings me to another one, which is OfferUp. This one is my all-time favorite, especially for figures. Anime and manga are always like $10 more on OfferUp, which is dumb. So I always buy my figures from here, just because it's so much cheaper. Like this one, this dude was selling them for like 18 bucks every figure, and that's like $25 to $30 for a figure. So you're one to constantly looking. So like this Nico Robin, I bought this NSFR jeans Nico Robin. I bought for $25. Shipping is pretty cheap as well, so I bought that for $25. So if I look it up, just this random site that is $35 for the Nico Robin, I already saved $10 on this figure, which is $10 that can go into another figure. Like if I wanted a 100-ton Usopp from Film Gold, then that's just another that's $25. So 50 bucks, which would be like $35 to $40 each figure. So 80 to 50, that's 30 bucks. That's a whole nother figure. I could buy this Sanji right here, and that's 3 figures for the price of like 4 figures. So just that kind of math, I guess, that you're gonna have to make sure that you're constantly on top of to make sure that you're constantly getting the best deal. And just you're looking stuff up. Like for OfferUp, you can do it for OfferUp you can set alerts. So you would put down like every time there's a One Piece figure that comes out, and then you can send to your phone, and you can be the first one to buy it or notify yourself on it. That's how I bought some of these guys. I bought these 3. I bought Bartolomeo, Law, and Ace right here. So just if you look up like so if you send an alert to One Piece figures, as soon as like it says One Piece, so everything One Piece and figures will immediately send you an email to your phone. It's like, oh, One Piece stuff just came out. It's like, oh, I'll just buy what I want or what I need, and then blah 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 blah. That's it. And so I always buy from my figures from OfferUp just because the prices are always like $10 to $15 cheaper, and the quality is always really good as well. And shipping is really fast too. It only takes like about a week to ship, so it's definitely cheaper than some of the other figure stores. Constantly look at set alerts, things like that, and you'll be golden. So now anime, one of the more important ones. So there's 3 sites that I use for anime. So the first site is Funimation, and this one is more for if you wanted to collect and own the anime on home video. Like if your Wi-Fi is bad or whatever like that, and you can't stream, then you would want to buy it on home video. So, for example, but it's going to be pretty expensive if you want to buy it on home video. So, for example, Fairy Tail Collection 7, the Blu-ray DVD combo is $41.24. So, if you click on the image, then it'll come up. The retail price is $54.98, and if you scroll down, you can see that this includes episodes 143 to 164. So that's 21 episodes for $42. So if you have one of the other services that I'm about to show you, it'll be only $5 to $8 per month to watch every episode you want of Fairy Tail at your own pace. But if you buy it straight from Funimation, like if your Wi-Fi's bad, then that's $42 for only that many episodes. And it comes in English and Japanese, and it has special features and things like that. But it's going to be a lot more expensive than if you just stream it. So you're just going to have to constantly look at that. Like if you wanted to actually, like if it's, I would only suggest buying the DVDs if it's like your favorite anime of all time and you want to watch it whenever you want, and your Wi-Fi's crappy at best, then you want to do that. Like I own One Piece from Funimation. I own all the One Piece as it comes out from Funimation, just because I like it, and I bought the box sets when they came out. So that is the box sets. There's 3 box sets right now of the anime, and that comes with the first 4, and that comes with the first 4 sets of anime. So collection 1, 2, 3, and 4. One Piece collection 1. So this is One Piece collection 1, which is $20, and that's the first 26 episodes. So I have the first 4 collections in one box set. So that's a $60 value for like $30 maybe, and then it comes with the first 4, and then it comes with 4 collections, and then the second box set is the next 4, and then the third box set is the next 4. So that is 12 collections of videos. So that's $20, roughly $25 each. So that's $25 each at 12 collections. So that's $300 value for about $120. So stuff like that. But they didn't make very many box sets online. So you're gonna have to look through different sites and things like that for them. So just make sure that you're looking around for that. And then, but if you want to buy them just outright, I really enjoy One Piece, and the quality is always really good on Funimation. Like they always do them in HD. So it'll be very good basically to do Funimation, especially for One Piece and stuff like that, because it's cheaper. But if you wanted to do like Fairy Tail, for whatever reason, Fairy Tail is always really expensive on like Funimation and sites like that. Like if you want to buy it on DVD, they split a season like 12 to 20 episodes for like they split like season 1 would be split. Season 1 is 48 episodes, and they split that into like 4 parts, and each part is $30 each, and that's only like 12 episodes. So you'll get wrecked on that for money and things like that. Which brings me to the next one, which is Crunchyroll. And this is a site that I really like to use, especially for streaming, because it always streams in HD and always just streams a week after it comes out. And then you can do a 14-day trial if you want to, but if you want to buy just premium, then it's $8 a month, and you can get all the anime you want basically. And then you can constantly look up. If you go by genre, you can check mark what kind of anime you want to watch. So if I want to watch a comedy and an isekai, then you mark those down, and then it'll show you like, oh, Dog Days, pretty good anime. You click it and be like, oh, season 1, season 2, and season 3. The whole franchise at your fingertips, basically. You can just binge watch the whole thing. It'll take you about 13 episodes for 3 seasons. There'll be about 4 to 5 hours a season. So that's like 12 hours of all anime that you can just constantly be binge watching if you wanted to. And then for this, it comes out a week later from Japan, basically. So it releases right on the week. So if you One Piece, it's constantly being updated. This is what I like to do. It's constantly being updated. So episodes 937, and then you can do it by arc. Actually, you can set it by arc. So if you're like, you can go by arc, and just make sure that you're watching everything. And it also has some of the movies as well. Not the movies. It has the episodes, like basically East Blue episode of East Blue condenses down this 67 episodes into one whole episode that you can watch. That'll be about an hour and 30 minutes to 2 hours long. So that would be something that you can do as well, and just constantly have this playing in the background or just watching it, and just to make sure that you're watching everything One Piece. Just to stay on One Piece, Netflix actually has the first 4 seasons of One Piece, because they're doing the live action version of One Piece. So they released the first 4 seasons, so that's the first 130 episodes. So you could watch that as well, and then Netflix also comes dubbed. Crunchyroll doesn't do dubbed really, except only like 25 or 30 series are dubbed. So it's very limited. But if you do Netflix, then you can actually change the options. If you go to like information, then you can change the options to I want to watch the dub version, and it goes right to dub, which I really like. And Netflix is really good at that. So just for example, for One Piece. But if you wanted to watch any other series, then it has all of them. So it'll tell you how many episodes there are in like the episode style, like Sword Art Online, 173 videos. So as it comes out, it releases as it comes out, like every week. So it's up to episode 18 of this arc right here. And then you can do every single one. So like Sword Online, the first season is actually dubbed on Crunchyroll. So there's a dubbed version and a regular version. So if you do dubbed, then this will be full English, the first 25 episodes. And then you can just constantly go through the franchise. If you want to be like, I want to watch the Sword Online franchise, you can go all the way up to the most recent episode right now. It'll take you a while, but you can constantly keep yourself updated and constantly be in the loop. Like if you set like a calendar and calendar thing on your phone, it's like Crunchyroll releases One Piece Sunday at 10 p.m. It's like, okay, so set me a reminder on my phone to watch One Piece that Sunday at 10 p.m. And that'll make sure that you're constantly updated with One Piece and you're constantly in the loop basically on what's happening, and you don't get spoiled by anything and things like that because you're watching it right as it comes out, because it comes out right on time every time. So things like that you're going to constantly need to be looking out for, especially for streaming, and it's always high quality stuff. So you just want to and look through everything because it actually has a lot of anime and stuff like that. And that goes to the last one, which is Hulu. Hulu I really enjoy because fast forwarding through parts is really easy to do because you can just basically scrub through it all, and with like if I watch it on my Xbox all the time while I'm doing other things on my computer. So scrubbing is really good because you can just skip through like 10 seconds at a time. So like for One Piece, the anime nowadays is like 25 minutes long, but only 15 minutes of it is new content, like actual content from the manga that you want to watch. Like there's 10 minutes where it's just the opening. Openings are good, but not like One Piece where the opening lasts for like 80 episodes. So the opening, it always tells you about the world, like Roger, what happened to Roger, and what's happening right now, and then the arc that's happening, and then the conflicts that are happening, and then what happened last episode. So that takes about like 8 to 10 minutes. So that's very, very annoying, especially like if you don't have especially if you're on Crunchyroll and you don't have the premium trial, you'll have to go through an ad like every like 10 minutes or so, like every 5 to 10 minutes. So if the first 10 minutes are unusable and you skip through the first 10 minutes of the anime, then that's 2 ads back to back and then only 15 minutes of video. So you're constantly wasting your time, and it's just very aggravating. So if you do like Hulu and you scroll down Hulu and you click One Piece, Hulu has they don't actually have all the episodes of One Piece right now. For whatever reason, they stopped off at 750, but that's fine. If you just go to Hulu and you watch the first 750 episodes, then you can just go right back to Crunchyroll and make an account, and you can finish off One Piece, which will be up to 937 right now at the filming of this video. And then so that would be perfectly fine, and you'll be constantly updated and things like that. But Hulu is like that, to where they have a lot of the newer series that come out, and they have a lot of the older series, but with licensing and stuff like that, they don't have much. They have a lot. They have actually a lot of series, but they don't have every series. So you have to constantly be looking. Crunchyroll will have every series except not as much dubbed, and Hulu will same as well. So it just depends on your preference really, on where you want to watch and like what's the most useful for you. Like if you watch on your Xbox, Hulu and Crunchyroll both have an app on Xbox, and both of them I really recommend. So for example, so one of the series that I really like is Fairy Tail. So if you look up Fairy Tail, you can see that it has all 9 seasons of Fairy Tail. The last season was completely dubbed, so if you hate dubbed, then you're gonna have to look at it on Crunchyroll or whatever like that, just for preference for dubbed and subbed. And if you have Netflix, only the first season of Fairy Tail is on there, and that's only 48 episodes, which is very dumb. So I like to use my Hulu for anime and my Netflix for regular shows, like regular shows that I would enjoy watching, basically. But Hulu's perfect for anime, and same as Crunchyroll. It just depends on personal preference at that point. But if you look up and if you click season 1, you can see that one of the episodes is dubbed, one is subbed. So the first 48 episodes, one is dubbed and one is subbed actually, and you can pick like just preference at that point, because some people like subbed more than dubbed and other way around. So you can see that seasons 1 and 2 on Hulu are subbed and dubbed. So that's really, really good, especially for people that will only watch dubbed anime. You can watch the first 2 seasons, and then if it's like, oh, it's really good, that warrants me watching, just to keep watching it, but I'll watch it subbed just because I like the series so much. So that's all 9 seasons, which is 328 episodes, all on Hulu right now. Same with Crunchyroll. Hulu is a little bit cheaper. Hulu is $5.99, and then Crunchyroll is $8. So if you're just gonna do anime, then do Crunchyroll. But if you're gonna do like regular TV shows as well, which is what I do, I have regular TV shows like Brooklyn Nine-Nine and stuff like that I like to watch. So that's why I have Hulu as well. And that's only $6 a month, which I really enjoy. And then that's 9 seasons, and you can do free trial on Hulu as well. But at that point, like I keep saying, it's personal preference between Hulu and Crunchyroll. Just depends on if you're going to be watching regular shows as well, like HD, like Hulu. Hulu is always a little bit far behind on releases. It takes about 2 to 3 weeks for a new series to come on. Just have to, and then Crunchyroll always releases a week later at the same time. So I prefer Crunchyroll for anime and stuff like that. So I'll constantly flip between the two depending on what I'm watching, because Hulu doesn't have everything. It has a lot, but it doesn't have everything. So I'll constantly switch between, especially if I want to stay updated to make sure I don't get spoilers or anything like that. That's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys and my friends, hopefully you guys use the sites that I have. Nothing is sponsored, by the way. Gotta put that out there. Nothing is sponsorship. Just all the different sites that I use to save you guys money in the long run. Just from all the way, instead of just buying everything inside a store at market price, which is ridiculous. This saves you the money and saves you the time, and it's the same content that you'll be watching even in stores and things like that. So just make sure that you're constantly comparing prices, like I keep saying, that you're constantly making sure that you're spending only what you can spend, and you're bidding on things, and you're collecting things whenever you can and whenever you want to, and you're just making sure that you're doing the best for you, especially if you're a new collector and you can only collect one series at a time. Just constantly compare things like that, and then make sure that if you have Hulu, or Crunchyroll for that matter, that you're constantly being updated with things, and you're constantly watching it without being spoiled if you haven't read the manga and things like that, and you'll be really good, and you'll set out to be one of the best, and then for cheap, and that you'll be saving money for the next one. And that works really well, like what I was saying about One Piece, where it'd be like 800 volumes at market price for 94, but if you buy them like where I showed you guys to buy them, then that's like $400. So that's like a whole another series that you could buy for the price of two. So just constantly be looking through that kind of stuff and making sure that you get the best quality deal for you, for your budget, and happy collecting. Thank you everyone for watching, and have a great day.